Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz? And here's your quizmaster, Dickie Ticker.
Cockers, it's Monday night. It's time for the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz. Thank you very much indeed for joining me on this Monday evening. It's absolutely wonderful to have your company. Slight format change for the quiz for this evening for the simple reason that, as you know, we pre-record the quiz just so we can get all the extra bits and bobs in the titles and the music and what have you. And I had to change the time of the pre-record, and no one else was available at the time that I needed to pre-record it. So this week, I was going to say I'm doing the quiz on my own, but I'm not doing the quiz on my own because I'm doing the quiz with you lot at home. So if you're joining me in quizzing along with 10 questions, put your name in the box below so I can see who's playing along and testing their brains with myself tonight. That's going to be good. Listen, everything is exactly the same as it normally is. We just don't have those other hot potters to distract you from the thing. So obviously, because they're not going to be chipping in with their various bits and bits, I don't even know why I got this in because I don't even actually need to listen to anybody. They're not going to be chipping in. So this is obviously going to be a quicker quiz than it normally does, but that doesn't matter. That leaves you free, to do other things of a Monday night. We'll do 10 questions. We've got a big news section in the midsection of the quiz. Some very big news dropping this week, but I can't say about that now, because I've got to tell you about some questions. So if you've got your drink and your nibbles, first off, put in the box below what those drinks and those nibbles are for this evening, just so everyone can see the high standard of snack and beverage that will be consumed throughout this particular quiz. I've just got a mug of tea. Haven't even got any nibbles. Sacrilege. Well, my audience it's quite small. Anyway, it seems a little bit odd, but would you like to get on with some 10 questions to test your mettle this Monday evening? I think you possibly do. So, Hot Potters at home, are you ready? Well, let's get quizzing. Question number 1 is, as always, about the music. And number 1 on this day in 2001 was Don't Stop Moving by S Club 7. You're singing it in your heads at home. But which one of the following people is not a member of S Club 7? A, John, B, Paul, or C, Jason? So the 7 in S Club 7, one of these is not one of the 7. Which one is it? A, John, B, Paul, C, Jason. Quite a tricky one then, I think. I think maybe if you're of a certain age, you might be able to get that easier than old codgers like myself. Okay, question number 2 is your films. And for what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? Was it A, Jaws, B, Close Encounters, or C, Schindler's List? Tricky. Which movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? Was it A, Jaws, B, Close Encounters, or C, Schindler's List? Question number 3. I've actually bothered to write a question for this particular category this week, and it's egg, sausage, chips and beans, and we are on the eggs this week, and specifically egg language. And I want to know which egg is used as a phrase or saying which means good in parts or half good, half bad. So there's a particular phrase or saying which is described as a something egg. If it's good in parts or half good, half bad, what's the name of that egg? What do you reckon? Question number 4 is bitter lager, cider, ale and stout. And this week we're back on the lager. And if you've been to the shops of late, you might have noticed a new lager on the shelves called number 4 lager. And that is a new premium lager brewed by which famous brewery? Is it A, Tetley's, B, Theakston's, or C, Fuller's? So there's a new lager in town, as if the world needs a new lager, but a new lager there is, and it's brewed. It's called number 4. It's brewed by one of these here big breweries. Which one is it? A, Tetley's, B, Theakston's, or C, Fuller's? Question number 5 is your crisps, and lots of people suggest that crisps can be quite calorific. How very dare they? What I want to know this week is which one of these has the most calories? A 40-gram pack of pickled onion Monster Munch, or a 500 milliliter can of Monster energy drink? That's the green. There's the black with the green M. You've all seen it in the late shop. So, if we're talking monsters, which one has the most calories? Is it a 40-gram pickled onion Monster Munch, or a 500 milliliter can of Monster Energy? Which one is the worst for you? Monster Munch or Monster Energy? How's it going so far, by the way? Question number 6 is all about the Lancashire Hotpots. What a fine group of people. And I want to know, this week, which Hotpot song contains the lyric, "I'm going to have to wipe with a Tesco's receipt"? One of my finer lyrics. I'm sure you'll agree. So which Hotpot song, so you either know it or you don't, contains the lyric, "I'm going to have to wipe with a Tesco's receipt"? What do you reckon? I know some of you are instantly scribbling that one down. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Question number 7 is we love the North. And of course, we love the North. And we love Doncaster. Played Doncaster a couple of times. And there are polar bears living in Doncaster. Is that true or is that false? So Doncaster, do you think it's a place where polar bears would live? That's what I'm suggesting to you this week. There are polar bears living in Doncaster. True or false? Question number 8 is, he's dead now. And this week we're talking soul sensation Luther Vandross, who sadly passed in 2015. Now then, Luther had a number 2 hit in 1992 called "The Best Things in Life Are Free." And that song featured which female singer? And if I got "the best things in life are free, now that I've discovered what you mean to me," you're not going, "Oh yeah, I remembered that one." So that was Luther Vandross, and it was with another female singer as well. So who duetted with him on that particular song? 1992. Can you remember that far back? You should listen to that on Atlantic 252, I'm sure. Okay, question number 9 is the television and Pop of the Tops. You know what I mean. Top of the Pops played the chart hits from the day, starting all the way back in 1964, but it ended in what year? Was it A, 2004, B, 2006, or C, 2008? We all grew up with Top of the Pops, but there has to come a time when the good times stop. So when did Top of the Pops finish? Was it A, 2004, B, 2006, or C, 2008? It seems a long time ago, and that's like another lifetime ago. And we're here, we've made it to the end. Question number 10, our potluck question for this week. And the theme tune to Only Fools and Horses was famously sung by the show's writer, John Sullivan. But it was originally planned to have been sung by Chaz and Dave. Is that true or is that false? Keep me pony in my pocket. I'll keep it to cake from the fan. Yeah, so that was written and sung by the show's writer, John Sullivan. But it should have been, and they'd intended from the off, to have it recorded by Chaz and Dave. Is that true or is that false? Those are your 10 questions for this Monday night. How well do you think you did? I think that was in terms of the hard, medium, easy. I think that was on the medium scale. I think we'll be all right. I think you've done very well so far. Feel free to have a bit of a drink. So, news, items of business, some very important news. This Thursday night, 7 o'clock, we've got something very big going on sale. We've had it in the plans for quite some time, you know, with that thing getting in the way, but it's finally going on sale on Thursday. You need to be on the socials. Thursday, 7 o'clock. Set a reminder in your diary to hop over to our Facebook page to find out what it is. We'll even be running a little bit of a competition initially, which you might be able to take benefit of. So that's very important. Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Bang. It's audacious. That's the only way I would describe it. This coming Friday at 10 o'clock, our autumn/winter tour goes on sale. Oh, the prospect of seeing us live again in the flesh, not on one of these screens, to hear our music at a very appreciative volume. Wouldn't you just like that? Yes, I'm sure you would. So Friday, 10 o'clock. It's not going to sell out, so you can hop on Friday evening. You'll be all right. Tour goes on sale. This Thursday, 7 o'clock, something tour related, but separate from the tour and perhaps bigger than the tour, will go on sale. So there's that. On Friday, the 11th of June, our new single comes out, which sees the start of the big Hotpots. So, yeah, new shows, new music, it's all coming together. Friday, 11th of June, our new song, the title of which has been revealed in the Top Cocker Hotpots Facebook group. If you're not a member, get in there now. And I think the only other major news to tell you is that this is the penultimate quiz. We're going to be ending the quiz with the last episode next Monday. Is that a bank holiday Monday? I think it might be. So it's going to be your last chance to quiz with us next Monday. Basically, everything's sort of opening up again. So we've always done the quizzes as something to keep you tiding over until we sort of return back to normality. And all being well, fingers crossed, jabs, washing hands, still maintaining appropriate distances. It's going to lead to us getting back to normality again. And so where there is normality, there is no quizzing. So next week, next Monday, is going to be, I'm going to say the big one. It's probably still going to be 10 questions, unless I can think of. I might do something a little bit different to appease the chaps. We shall see. So make sure you don't miss out next Monday, because it's going to be it's going to be emotional. It's going to be a big send-off. That's the update on your news. Shall we go through some answers then? Yes. Why the heck not? Let's go back to question number 1, which was music. And I said, number 1 on this actual day in 2001, that's like 20 years ago, 2 decades, was Don't Stop Moving by the S Club 7. So which one of these people is not a member of S Club 7? Was it A, John, B, Paul, or C, Jason? And the answer is C, Jason. There you go. He was an imposter, actually. Jason is a member of 5, which I'm sure if you're of a certain age, you will know that. So Jason was the odd one out. He wasn't a member of S Club 7. Question number 2 was your films. And I said, for what movie did Steven Spielberg win his Oscar for Best Director? Was it A, Jaws, B, Close Encounters, or C, Schindler's List? It was Schindler's List. He was nominated for Best Director for Close Encounters, but he didn't win it. So you have to wait till Schindler's List was in 96. Quite a long time ago, because I think Jaws was 76, wasn't it? So well done if you got that right. Egg, sausage, chips and beans. And we were talking eggs and a specific type of egg, which is used as a phrase or saying, which means good in parts or a little bit good, a little bit bad. What egg is that? It's a curate's egg. Of course it is. Believe it or not, fact fans, we can date it back to 1875 with, we think it's put down to the Reverend F. Arnold in an issue of The Academy, a weekly review of literature, science and art, and who said, without pledging our credence, we could afford a grin to the story of the young Levite who at a bishop's breakfast table was so humble as to decline the replacement of a bad egg with a good one by saying, no thank you, my lord, it's good enough for me. So that is the origin of the curate's egg. So well done if you got that. Very clever hot pot of you. Question number 4, bitter lager, cider, ale and stout is your lager. And I said there's a new lager in town. Number 4 lager. It's brewed by which famous brewery? Is it A, Tetley's, B, Thixton's, or C, Fuller's? The answer is A, Tetley's. So believe it or not, I went onto the Tetley's website to try and find a little bit of information about this. And check this for yourself before you undertake this. If you buy this number 4 lager, you do that thing whereby as long as you keep your receipt, you scan your receipt, you can send it to them, you get your money back. So free beer, courtesy of me and the Hot Pots. It might only be on sale at Tesco's at the moment. So what I would do is don't run out and buy it now and then blame me. You go to the website for yourself, just search Tetley's number 4 lager, see if the offer's still on, then run out to the shops, keep your receipt, enter the thing, get your money back. I think they'll even send it you via PayPal. We're in such a modern world. And if you get your money back, then feel free to buy me a pint at the next Hot Pot show, because I've just given you some free beer. Let's go from beer to crisps for question 5. And we were talking calories. And which one had the most calories? 40 grams of pickled onion Monster Munch or 500 millilitres of Monster Energy? The one with the most calories is Monster Energy. A 40-gram pack of pickled onions has 197 calories, whereas a can of Monster has 237 calories. That's 12% of your recommended daily calorific intake. It's quite a lot, that, isn't it? Sugary beverage. It's just empty calories. No need. Question number 6 was all about the delectable Lancashire Hotpots. And I said, which Hot Pot song contains the lyric, I'm going to have to wipe with a Tesco's receipt? It is, of course, No Lock on the Door from our 2012 Hard Day's Pint album. I think that's an album that often gets overlooked. Maybe 2012, maybe next year, maybe we should play the album in I don't know. Oh, there's Acton Gravy. Is that 10 years this year? I forget. I always keep pushing things forward rather than looking backwards. Question number 7 was We Love the North and We Love Doncaster. And I said, there's polar bears living in Doncaster. What do you reckon? Is that true or false? It's true. Would you believe it? They reside at Yorkshire Wildlife Park. The 10-acre reserve is currently home to 4 male polar bears, Nobby, Hamish, Luca, and Sisu. That's how it's pronounced. So there you go. There are polar bears in Yorkshire. Question number 8. He's dead now, and we're talking Luther Vandross, and he had a hit in 1992 called The Best Things in Life Are Free, and he duetted on that song with which female singer? It was Janet Jackson. Of course it was. That song was from the soundtrack of the film Mo Money. No, I don't remember that film over. Question number 9 was television, and I said Top of the Pops finished, but it finished in what year? Was it A, 2004, B, 2006, or C, 2008? It was B, 2006. There we go. Well done if you got that right. Top of the Pops was the world's longest running weekly music show, and the repeats on BBC4 are back up to 1991, I believe. So there we go. And finally, question number 10 was your potluck question, and I said the theme tune for Only Fools and Horses, which was sung by the writer John Sullivan, should have actually been sung by Chaz and Dave. Is that true or false? The answer is it's true. They wanted Chaz and Dave to do it. It was written for Chaz and Dave to do it in the Chaz and Dave style. However, they were on tour in Australia when it needed to be recorded, so he had to do it himself. There you go. Those are your 10 answers for this Monday night. How well did you do? As I said, I think that was a medium week. So I'm expecting, if you put your answer in the box below, I'm expecting lots of 6s, occasional 7s, and if I'm lucky, the odd 8 or 2. So you stick that in the box below. And in fact, if the Hotpots have been playing, hello Hotpots, sometimes they join in on a quiz if they're missing. Bob, how many did you get? Ron might even chip in, maybe even Kenny. Not Bernard, he's not really bothered about Facebook. So it's been lovely to have your company this Monday evening, even if it's been quite an intimate affair between myself and you at home. Don't forget those big things happening this week. Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Hop on your socials for a big, huge announcement. Friday, 10 o'clock. Winter. Is it autumn? Is it winter? I always call it the winter tour, but I think winter technically is like January onwards. Let's call it the autumn/winter tour. Goes on sale Friday, 10 o'clock. That's going to be exciting. You can get your tickets for that. And yes, tune in next Monday for what will be a very emotional occasion. It's going to be the last quiz. Bring your tissues. We shall see. Okay, thank you very much indeed for joining us for this Monday night. Glad you could keep on quizzing despite just me on my Todd. We shall see you next Monday evening. You have a good week. Stay safe.